You're listening to the NAMAD Sessions by Mia, live from the NAMAD Annual Membership Meeting 2025.
All right, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back. I am Errol Bomar with More Than Cars, and we are here for another NAMAD session brought to you by Mia. And I'm excited because I have not one, but two WOCAN members of the year. So I want to take some time and introduce. First off, I have Mabel Peralta here with me. And Mabel, if I'm not mistaken, you won last year?
I did. I won last year, Member of the Year.
Fantastic. And then I'm also joined by Stephanie Wedgeworth, who is the winner this year, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's super exciting. So first off, congratulations to both of you
Thank
on winning,
you.
right?
Thank you.
So Mabel, I'll start with you. Tell me a little bit about your experience and what happened after you won, right? Because that's always the fun part of...
I mean, the beginning part, obviously, I had zero clue, just like Stephanie, that I was going to win, and I was caught off guard. But then, you know, it's kind of like when you win Miss America or Miss Universe, where like now you have the crown, so now you have to put that into place and proceed and practice it so you can inspire the next person that's going to win it, whoever she may be. So, you know, if you had stepped it up enough to win that award, now you have to step it up 10 times to show why you won the award. And then continue doing the outreach, continue doing the just mentioning WOCAN in every sense of the word. Because, you know, we're bigger in numbers and we're more powerful in numbers.
I love that. I love that. And then, so, of course, you were surprised, right? When
Very
you won
surprised,
the award.
yes.
And it was funny. I love your reference about the high heels versus the sneakers. And, you know...
Listen, I wrote this probably like a week and a half ago, right? And it was supposed to be funny because last year I was so caught off guard, and everyone that knows me knows I wear heels. Like right now, I'm not wearing heels because my feet hurt, but and I was caught off guard, and I'm like, oh my God, and all I kept thinking is my mom's gonna see these photos. She's gonna see me dressed up with sneakers. Like I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Right.
So I made a joke, right? Because last year I made a big deal, and I look at her and she changed into sneakers, and I'm like, oh, there's no way. There is no way. And I'm like, well, I'm already here.
That's it.
That's
that was
it.
Great. I
So
love it.
Yeah.
she probably
didn't even give me a heads up.
No heads up, no nothing. But the crazy thing is, in true fashion, like you're coordinated. Like black and white dress, black and white sneakers, it worked out perfect.
It worked out great.
But let me ask you now, because you're obviously this is new for you. So when you heard your name announced, what was kind of some of the first things that went through your mind or the emotions that you felt in that moment?
Well, in the moment, like initially, I thought, oh my God, why did I take my heels off?
Right.
I should have left them on. I could have struggled through about 20 more minutes of pain, but I'm just so honored.
Yeah.
I just am so inspired by each and every one of these women.
Absolutely.
The founders, I mean, the message that we stand for is one that I am just so honored and privileged to be a part of.
I love
and
that.
I just cannot even believe that I didn't expect it at all.
Right.
I mean, the work that we do, the work that I do, the effort that we put into it. I mean, we're all volunteering to do this. It's passion and it's drive and it's for everybody else outside of, you know, myself. So to be honored for something that you're doing because you believe in it and you're passionate about it and you think that the mission and the message is important is, I mean, it's just inspiring to be
really is
recognized, you know? So I'm very
that.
excited.
I love that. So I want to ask both of you this because I think you brought up a very, very great point, right? Is how did you initially, right, get involved with WOCAN, and what was it specifically that made you say, like, I have to be a part of this? Like, it's not optional.
I was one of the first 10 members when they started, so I'm one of the OGs.
Okay.
And the reason I decided to join WOCAN was because I was tired of always being the only one, right? The only Latina, the only Dominican, the only Latina of color, always the only, and never the together. Yeah. So when WOCAN started, I'm like, wait, these women, they're relatable. Yeah. They look like me. They've gone through the same struggles. You know, when you're a woman of color and you are strong and passionate, often it gets translated to you're being too aggressive and you're being emotional. But now I'm surrounded by women that understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Like I'm not being aggressive. I'm just passionate for what I do. You know, I'm tired of being the strong one. Maybe I want to be the soft girl right now.
Right, yeah.
But you always have to be the strong one.
Absolutely.
And you always have to be the one that carries a lot of things, a lot of trays to feed a lot of people, and meanwhile you have nothing left for yourself.
Yeah.
And then finally I was like surrounded by women that not only were feeding me but feeding themselves and encouraging me to do that onto others. So being with WOCAN made me realize I need to be the person I wish I had when I was coming up.
It's big.
You know?
That's big.
So, and I always tell people this, I paved the way in my own lane, right? Because
Yeah.
I say in my lane, I have to, right? But together as WOCAN, we are breaking down barriers. We are going through it so the next generation could walk an easier path. And at one point, yes, we're going to pass the baton and they're going to have to take the machete and knock down some weeds.
Yes, absolutely.
But at least they got a good example as to how to do it and how to do it with grace, how to do it professional, and how to do it holding our head high and being proud of who we are.
Absolutely. I love that. And then Stephanie, what about you?
It's true. It's like so there's so many reasons why I wanted to join WOCAN. I believe Erica Tiffany Wells was the person that introduced me to WOCAN. I actually found her on LinkedIn, and I started following her, and I hired her to help me create content for our app, and I was just so impressed with her.
Yeah.
And so then once I met her and she introduced me to Carrie, and then I just got familiar with WOCAN, I was like, this is what we need in this industry.
Absolutely.
I've been in this industry for a very long time, for going on 20 years this year.
Wow.
So I've been in this industry where, like Mabel said, you are the only one. You don't
The
see
only one.
anybody else. And to see these women that are in the C-suite, right?
Yeah, it's
like,
huge.
It's like, wait, what? There's women, there's somebody that looks like me that's in the C-suite?
Because normally you'll see them at conferences and it's like, where's Waldo? And then
Yeah.
you spot each other from
Yeah,
across the room like,
right.
hey,
Yes.
oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you just gravitate. And then you know what happens is sometimes people see you and then they always confuse you with the other. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
that's the other
Yes.
Yes,
minority
that-
that was in
the
room.
one other.
The,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one other.
yeah.
But, you know,
Exactly.
to walk into a room to see a reflection of you,
Yes.
beyond words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then it's like when you can see somebody who's achieved that, then you're like, okay, that's possible.
Right.
You know, it's kind of that thing where I think about when I was growing up and there's the white Barbie, but there was never a black Barbie,
Always,
and it's just
yeah.
perfect and got to be, and, you know, so you know what you can see, you can aspire to be.
Yeah.
And so that's really what WOCAN is for me. It's a network of women that can help each other climb the ladder, help each other with the struggles, help each other, you know, just be your support system. And if you have a bad day, or if you lose your job, or if you think you want to change your job, or if you just need advice, you have this instant connection, these women that you can text
Absolutely.
or call, or somebody
Yep.
who can just sit on the phone with you and cry or listen.
Yes.
It's just an unbelievable support system, and I can't even imagine, like, the women that are coming behind us will not know a world where something like this doesn't exist. So for so long it didn't exist and you were just out there on your own. And it kind of validates the fact that, like Mabel was saying, there's points in your career where you're like, oh my God, I keep getting this feedback that I'm overly emotional or
Right.
passionate. I was like, oh, if another person calls me
I know.
passionate,
Right.
it's the
I'm gonna
code
show them
world.
some passion. I'm
Yeah.
gonna show them some passion with these hands.
Right.
Exactly.
It's code
My
for
hands are
you're
rated D for
difficult,
everybody.
Right? It's really code for you're just being difficult.
Yeah.
It's just this nice politically correct word of saying you're just being difficult. But when you can find people who understand you, they understand your struggle and what you're going through, and they can advise you. And like one of our founders, Carrie Wise, always says, it really is a game. And so women that are have played the game and can understand the game, they can help other
Yes.
women. And it's really a game changer, and it's going to be something that, like, what we're building is going to be, it's going to keep just evolving and getting better and stronger.
I
And that's
agree.
what's just so exciting
Yeah, and
about.
we're showing the future generation an example. Like, so they're coming into an environment where there is a struggle, right?
Right.
There's not that big of a struggle.
Yeah.
There are discrepancies, but they're not so huge,
Right.
right? And now it's a little bit easier for them, you know. And to be in WOCAN, I equate it to, you know, we're all a light bulb. Everyone's a light bulb, and we all have different watts depending on our day and whatnot. And sometimes there are people that see you as a 100-watt light bulb,
Right.
and they want to dim it. They want you down to a 20 because you are shining
It's
so
more
bright
comfortable
that
for
you
them.
are
Yeah,
showing their
exactly.
weakness, and they don't
Yeah.
like that. And when
Yeah.
you're a woman, ooh, let me
Right.
tell you. But what WOCAN does is, oh, I see you 60. Well, I see you 100. Well, guess what? You're gonna be brighter because if you shine bright, we shine bright.
Yeah.
So we have to stick together, and we have to make sure that everyone is taken care of. You know, from mental health checks to, oh my God, you look amazing. It's always supporting each other, not tearing each other
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, and I love, so it's funny, I love what both of you said, and I think it speaks to a lot, like even just sticking to your light bulb analogy,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you look at a room, right, in order to illuminate a room, even the room that we're in,
Yeah.
there's different type of lights
Exactly.
all around that create the whole room
The
to be
whole room.
illuminated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And if you take any one of those lights away, it dims certain areas or corners or sections of the room.
Yeah.
And I think that's true, right, with the women of WOCAN, right? If you were to take them out of a section or take them out of the role that they're in, it would create a
would dim.
dimness.
Yes.
And then people wonder, like, well, why is this not operating?
Yeah, why
the
is that
same?
corner
Why is
dark?
that
Yeah.
so
Right.
different, And it's just because that's simple. And I think something that you said, Stephanie, that's also is huge is the support, but it goes beyond support.
It does.
Because you both kind of echoed it. And what I made me think about, because you said game, and we're in Vegas in football, but it's almost like the difference between someone that's a commentator, right, versus another player on the field,
Right.
right? When I'm commentating the game, I'm looking over from above and I'm giving my opinion of what I think is happening in the field. But when you talk about like WOCAN and it being a team and it being like, hey, these women know and understand, and I can tell them like, this is what happened, and they can go, yep.
Yep.
And I don't have to explain more than
Exactly.
that. I don't have to
Exactly.
give the breakdown. I'm
Yeah.
not questionable. Like, well, why did you do this? Or how did you? Well, no, you just understand and
Yeah.
get it. And that's because we're on the field together.
Yeah.
We're playing this together.
Yep.
We're striving together. We're going forward together. And that's big. That's huge.
100%.
So,
Yeah.
well, let me ask you this, right? So now, obviously now you've heard it. Your next year coming up, you've got a big responsibility to keep elevating, to keep
Yeah.
illuminating,
Yeah,
right? To keep
that's right.
shining. What are you excited about? And this is for both of you. What are you excited about for next year? Because, NAMAD this year was bigger. We're here in Las Vegas. So that's been exciting. But what are you excited about looking into the future for what WOCAN or NAMAD is going to be doing?
Growing.
Yeah,
Growing.
100%.
I told some of the committee, the executive committee, like this year we have to focus more on outreach
Yes.
and reach out and definitely bring a friend. Like, oh, you work at this dealership, you're a receptionist, who else works with you? Oh, you're a saleswoman. Well, how can we help you? Like, what are your goals? What are your dreams? And literally just do more of an outreach, reach out to more women and be more accessible. Like, I give everyone my cell phone number. I've had it 20 years, but I want women to know, like, they can count on us. Like, we're real people. We're not telling you, send me a LinkedIn. I'm not going to ignore you. Like,
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to hear from you. And we're only growing in numbers. I mean, this year we sold out, which was huge
Yeah, it's
because
phenomenal.
every year we give ourselves a goal and then we have like a lofty goal. And this year we went above our lofty goal. So I know that
That's great. That's
so
awesome. That's
next
phenomenal.
year is going to be big. And, one thing about NAMAD and WOCAN too is, and I've heard this numerous times, when you're walking through the halls, it feels like home because everyone looks at you and everyone's smiling. No one's on their phone. Like, and even if they're on their phone, they look at you, hey, and you don't even know who they are.
Right.
And the first question is, oh, what are you currently doing? And as soon as someone says, oh, I install shingle, and 5 minutes later, I know someone, I got to introduce you. And they
Yes.
just pull you and introduce you and network. And I love that. So I just want to make sure that WOCAN does that next year to the full effect because I have a lofty goal for next year. Well, we'll see.
There you
Well,
go.
we'll see what everyone else's number is.
I love it.
There's so much that we can do. So many things that I'm excited about. I mean, the fact that we sold out for the first time ever is just a testament to the word getting out there.
Yes.
And so, like Mabel said, there's more of that than we can do. And there's so many, and one of the things that I really love that WOCAN does is bring opportunity to people who don't usually get it. So like we have a lot of scholarships
Yes.
that we
Right.
give away that allows people to come to events like NAMAD where you might be working at a company that would never send you
Right.
to a conference. So there's a lot of great opportunities like that. We have a leadership academy that we're going to do. I believe we're going to do it again
Yes.
this year.
Yeah, we did it last year and it was great. It was great.
So it's like those are like the kind of opportunities that you don't get on your own.
Yes.
So I hope that we are able to do more of that. And I hope that we are also able to reach out into the community and get people who are even younger, who haven't even decided which direction they want to go with their career. Maybe they're in high school and they're still trying to figure it out, and automotive is not even on the radar.
Right.
And
expose them.
Exactly, to expose them to the opportunities of. It's not just about selling cars, because when you say the automotive business, that's instantly where somebody's brain goes, oh, I don't want to sell cars.
Sales or service.
Yeah,
that's kind of where it tends to stop.
So to let them know that this is a vast, I mean, it's probably one of the top employers. Like, there's so much to the automotive industry, but to expose people to the possibilities and to arm them with the network of people who can help them achieve that. So that's and even with our annual convention, there's ideas. Like, during the whole time, I was taking notes about, oh, we could do this better. Oh, we should do this. Oh, we can add this. Oh, we should. So I'm very excited to see the next phase of what we can do at WOCAN.
I love it. I'm excited as well, and I can't wait. Listen, I want to thank you all for watching and tuning in with us. I want to thank you both for being here with us for sharing your light with all of us, right?
Of course.
I look forward to seeing you next year, and we'll see who's going to win.
We'll see.
Year.
I mean, I
we'll
made
see if they keep their heels on.
Yeah, I made sure that the ladies took note, because I want to see the members really do it themselves and give it their all. Because if they do it themselves and give it their all, we're just going to rise in numbers.
Keep elevating. I love it.
Right.
I'm Errol Bomar here with More Than Cars, and this has been another NAMAD Sessions brought to you by Mia. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next time.
Thank you for listening to this NAMAD session brought to you by Mia. At More Than Cars, we're obsessed with uniting people around one big idea, that thriving people are the only path to a thriving and profitable industry. And if that resonates with you, head over to morethancars.com to join our email list and check out our full list of podcasts and programming.